Hey guys, kiheinoah808 back again. I'm going to do a review of the My Passport Essential Edition, or the Passport Edition. Sorry about that. So, I'm not going to show you guys too much about it. It's mounted on my wall, that's why it's on a piece of tape, but yeah. I'll go ahead and try to lift it up for you guys. So, probably you guys can't see that, but there's a little light right there. That is it right there on top of my screen. Pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and get on into this. So let's go into the drive. Here's the drive. I have 272.5 gigabytes available now. And what I did was I split up my passport, this one, with my time machine. I don't have two drives, but here. How I did this was I went into disk utility. I selected the disk I want. Like, let's say this was my drive. Even though it's 8.4 gigs, I'm gonna partition it so it's like splitting a drive in half. Like, let's say I have this whole. Pretend this is a drive. If I want to partition maybe this part for any space, like just putting space on, and this part for time machine, what you could do is like split up the drive so that this one's for extra space and this one's for time machine. So it's two separate drives with only one drive. So you don't have to do anything manually to the drive itself. So yeah, that's a really good thing, but the only downside to it is that it'll erase everything on the drive. So if I go into this drive and I go to partition, you can select how many partitions you want. If you want 16 partitions, whatever, or whatever you want to. So let's make it 2. Let's say one's gonna be stuff, and this one will be hard drive space. Okay? All you have to do is click apply, partition. Now, as you guys can see, my extra space or the SanDisk went away, and it'll come back as 2 drives. So just give it a second right here. It's progress bar. Okay, so I want you guys to keep an eye on my desktop right here. It's almost done. And keep in mind, in Finder you can see the drives too. It's not just one drive. As you guys can see, 2 drives. So it's done. As you guys can see, here's stuff and here's hard drive space. When you eject one, make sure, because it's still one hard drive, make sure that if you're gonna eject something, when you eject it by itself, make sure you do that. Or also eject everything that's partitioned to it. So gotta watch out for that. So let's say I wanted it to go back to normal. All you would have to do is plug back in the drive. Sorry about that. And make sure that you guys can see it right here. All you want to do is go into here, go into the main one with the how much gigabytes there are. See how this one is, or this is my Macintosh, and then it's partitioned to 1. Here's this one. So you're gonna select the disk that you have. Okay, what you want to go to is partition, and you just want to make it a 1 partition like that. Go ahead. And I'm just gonna put more drive. Okay, and then make sure you name it before you click apply. Even though it erases it to that name. Now, as you guys can see, these partitions will be erased. Stuff and hard drive space. This partition will be added. More hard drive space. Excuse me. Click partition. It'll do the same thing that it did before. As you can see in Finder, the 2 drives went away. The stuff and hard drive went away. So I'm just going to go ahead and lock my Western Digital. And as you guys can see right here, the more hard drive space is right here. And yeah. So that's how you get the hard drives partitioned, as I said. So go ahead and put this back in. So that's where my hard drive went. Click clean up if your desktop is cluttered like this. You don't have to manually do it. Click clean up and put it back into where you want. Okay, so we're going to go back into my passport. I kind of got sidetracked. So I partitioned both of my drives like 200 gigabytes. My passport has all my stuff in, which is basically all my stuff. I'm just going to drag, never mind. So, yeah, it basically has all my stuff, all my apps are backed up. I should really back up all my apps, but that's what for my Time Machine one, it's backed up. So, one thing I really like about Time Machine, is gonna be, like, entering Time Machine. I really like to recover my stuff, because I find myself deleting space all the time. So, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna cancel this. That's pretty cool. I love the animations. Okay, so that was Time Machine, the Time Machine one. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It doesn't really get hot since it has its own little fan in there and a little LED telling you if it's hooked up or not. So yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's a very compact machine because I remember back in the day, people used to use this. Yeah, I just want to swipe up. Now, I bring up the MyBook Essential, which is basically like the little tiny one that I have. The Western Digital Passport. That thing's tiny. This thing's like a 2 terabyte drive, but it holds up to 50 gigs. I mean, come on, you can't even pack that around. So that's why that's really cool, because I'm going to be going on a plane, and I might want to use that. It's really awesome. So I can't believe that they actually made that big clunker, but whatever. So that's what another good sign to it is that it has a lot of space. That's a pro. It's tiny. That's another pro. It comes with a dock for the Mac and a small USB to mini USB, which is another pro. Another pro is that it's encrypted, so every time you want to open up the drive, it will ask you for a password, so that's really good. And just overall cheapness. I mean, it was like $50 for me at Costco. Go check it out. kiheinoah808 signed out. Western Digital. Remember, I'm gonna copy Apple Soldier. If you don't know him, just search him on YouTube. Remember, OS 10.